my royalty-free mixtape here, wherever it's at. Is it up underneath here? Oh, it might be up underneath there too. Man, I got too many mixtapes. Chill Beats. That's not it. Sky. There we go. It's the Lo-Fi Chill Mix. It's the one that's royalty free and doesn't get me banned on the YouTubers. Well, not banned, you get flagged. And then you're basically getting banned. It's like, yeah, we won't show your video to anybody, but it's still okay. And if there's any proceeds, they just don't want to like split up royalties. It's not even worth it to them, you know. Keep track of everything for fucking 12 cents for some other fucking whatever artist that you used. But honestly, you know, it's kind of bad for the other artist. I'd imagine like that one chick that running up that hill. You know, when Stranger Things came out, I bet everybody was using that song. And she probably could have used all those, you know, 12 cents times a billion. How many dollars is that? You know? It's a few dollars. Got another belt squeak. It's got to be the tensioner one too. I just changed the idler pulley and I did get less of a noise going on, but it's wet today. I definitely got that little squeak back. For certain. Yep. But Bluesky is crazy. I went over there just to kind of, I first got on the Bluesky just to kind of be a thorn a little bit. And that was a neat experience, man. Because I went over there and I made an account just to like poke at people, but nicely. So my account name was Woke Up Wrong, you know. And I had these memes that would probably depict, you know, a leftist in an extreme kind of a oxymoron setting, but nicely. Nothing that violates any rules, man. I'm like playing by rules, like Facebook rules. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like trying not to get kicked off of Facebook over on Bluesky. So I'm treating it like that. Now, the first thing you're gonna notice when you get over there on Bluesky is, well, number one, the first thing I did notice is that the algorithms were kind of nice, man. I was like, man, this is like people posting about what they ate, cat photos, and cool, I don't know, it was kind of neat at first, and I was like a little bit taken back. It reminded me of like old MySpace or old Facebook kind of a vibe. But things changed pretty quickly after I found some settings. And I'm not sure if that just did it or if I started actually digging around for political views and typing in keywords. I think guy's truck was knocking. Anyway, I found out that you can pretty much say anything, man. I had people like just like, yeah, man, talking about eradicating people and things like that. I can't even like say what they said, you know. It's like YouTube and Facebook would just flag me for it all.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. So I find it crazy. And well, you know what? I was like, you know, I wanted to rub some people raw on the site, but I didn't want to get kicked out. So I tried to do it pretty damn civilly. And over on Facebook, I've learned how to do this, you know. And they try to trick you to get you to be like super mean and to say these like really raunchy keywords like, you know, I'll beat you with a mop, you effing piece of blah blah blah, go SAD on some tranny's D, you know. You can't say that over on Facebook, or you can't say that on any fucking social media site but this one. But there's a stipulation to happen to be able to say that. You have to be an extreme leftist, and you have to be saying it about a MAGA supporter, dude. Now, truth be told, I know you guys think I'm all a MAGA supporter and I love Trump and everything. No, I just don't want to make America great again. Or if we're gonna have some rich people destroy it all, let's just total anarchy. Let's take it away from everybody, and let's just knock it down to be fair. I don't like any political party. They're all after you. I think Trump is sort of a way to point in the right direction, but I put my trust in no man, and Trump will be gone here pretty soon. Either they'll eradicate him, or in 4 years he'll be gone, and what do we do after that? And plus, I'm still at the point where I'm like, man, you know what? I bet you Trump and Biden and Kamala and George Soros and everything else like that, when all the show is done, they all go behind the curtains and shake hands and go like, man, these people are so gullible, you know? And that they're on this whole bread and circus team, man. That would be like, I think, yes, man, I think that would be more truthful than anything else that I think. Yeah. They're all in on it. But Bluesky, though, Bluesky's a terrorist hangout. It's a place for people to say whatever they want, man. As long as you're aiming at the right direction. You can talk about unaliving people and doing whatever you want. And if you ask a question to like, even like question like something, like we were talking about like some polio vaccines, and I was like, well, you know, I Googled, you know, that the earlier polio vaccines handed out a really high rate of adverse effects, you know, like out of 1 million people, 700,000 got like some kind of a muscle problems, you know what I'm saying, like that. 63 people died. I don't know, some kind of weird numbers, you know, where a lot of it wasn't really that great, you know what I'm saying? And it warrants like you to be like, okay, we can be cautious about these things, you know? And it's in Google. You're just like pointing out a fact that kind of makes their fact look wrong. And it just rubbed people the wrong way, dude. They fucking hated that shit. What else did I say on there too, man? I wasn't really on there. I even like told like a fake story about how I was a trans person and how I went and got medical attention, and now I'm having these problems. And as soon as I said that, I don't know, they even sniffed it out, man. They were like, I don't even believe it. You're not real. It's almost like anybody that's that far into it will just double down, and they just won't admit it. Like, you will sit there and you're having a problem. You got to dilate your fake vagina, and you're just gonna sit there and pretend like it's all okay. But like at night you're gonna sit there and cry, and you're gonna be like, that's being you're a hostage to your own political party, dude. You have to quack that way. It's if you don't, you can't even question anything. I'm trying to pretend to be a liberal over there, and it's hard even doing that because I can't have like a fucking rational, even a rational liberal mindset, if that's such a fucking thing. No, you got to be all irrational and all fucking gung-ho and all ready to eradicate one-sided people without anything. It's all blue power. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Bluesky is absolutely crazy. I've never seen a social media platform quite like that. It's a heaven for a brainwashed liberal. If you want to go over there and talk about slaying MAGA supporters, crucifying them in a town square, you can say, as long as it's against the right, or even people just on the middle, dude. I don't even know. I was kind of like, my first account, I was trying to be civil and I was trying to be down the middle, and I was just trying to point out, hey, maybe we shouldn't be burning each other's cars. Get them! That's what they, as soon as I said that, they knew I wasn't one of them, dude. It's so crazy, dude. It's like, to be in the clique, you gotta, like, everything that the clique says, don't question it. That's like, it's such a dangerous game too. Like that did, because all I gotta do is go over there and just honestly pretend to be one of them. It's kind of like a fake priest. Just go over there and be a fake priest, and you know what a fake priest do. You know what I'm saying? What does a fake Catholic priest do to all of his, you know? So I'll just go over there and I'll be a fake Catholic priest to the woke people, and they'll let me say and do whatever I want, and I can manipulate them and get them to do whatever the heck that I want, all in the name of being anti Corinthian Daniels. Yeah, I'm just I've been doing this social media experiment with Bluesky. I made 2 different accounts. I made one account that was a thorn in the side. It was called woke up wrong. And then I made another one where I'm a trans man and I'm angry. You know, it's called MAGA Slayer. And well, my other account got banned in 24 hours over just kind of questioning things, not being rude. And everybody was telling me to suck a tranny D and go put something up my bunghole and jump off a cliff onto razors. It was like the weirdest fucking thing. Like, you can't say any of this stuff. Like, really, one of them was like telling me to go on live myself, you know? And I was like trying to get these people banned, and I was reporting their accounts, and I got banned. You know, like they told me to go, and I'm just like challenging like polio shots and questioning, how about we have it 18 and older for trans thing. And I try to tell us a story about being trans and going through a really bad trans medical procedure. I just kind of like, I've read about some of them, you know, so I just kind of like retold the story, and they all called me. I wasn't too far, I wasn't left enough for them. They called me out and banned me, and I'm being civil. Now the other one, oh, I'm getting people to like, I'm like, yeah, we should go slay them. You know, we should get out of like crucify them and like drive 9-inch nails through their hands and watch them bleed. And everybody's like, yeah, kill them. And it's like, it's okay. It's okay. Bro, they were protesting Saturday. Yeah, dude, it's crazy, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Like they're spreading love and joy and equality and understanding by going around and beating it into people while calling themselves anti-fascist simultaneously, while spray painting swastikas all over everything. I don't know, you just can't make this shit up, man. It's so weird. So, you can't report Bluesky people over to Bluesky because they don't really care. They're just going to take you down. But what we should do is get over there and make these fake accounts and get people to say illegal things. Get people to admit that they want to do crimes and that they want to go out and do hate crimes against Christian nationalists or whatever else it is, because I can get these people to say whatever. All you gotta do is pretend to be one of them, and they fucking love it. Screenshot that shit and send it to the law enforcement authorities, man. I don't know. I haven't sent any of that. I don't know where to send it at because I don't trust any of them all. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find some kind of place where I can trust to send these reports. Yeah. I don't know how they convince people with nothing. It's like all these people want. I don't know. I used to call myself sort of a liberal, and I just wanted everybody to shut the fuck up and leave me alone. And I didn't want more government. And it was all about like, I don't know. It's all about anarchy, man. Anarchy and total freedom and shit like that. And now they just like, it's not about anarchy. It's not about total freedom. To be liberal is to beg for more government. Be a bootlicker, and then call everybody else bootlickers. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. I suggest just for, I mean, get 2 different emails and then do this. Go make a fake profile. I mean, it's interesting to get kicked out as a down the middle kind of conservative, you know, just being like questioning all the questions, you know, you're going to get kicked out immediately. But it's even more interesting than that is pretending to be one of them. And then going, you know what? I'm going to say the most outlandish thing that would like, you know, I would get banned if I said this about anybody else on any other platform. So let me go ahead and say this. And you say that and you'll get away with it. And then you'll get even responses that are going to be like, whoa, that definitely was an illegal response. You know what I'm saying? Or definitely is not against, is not for any kind of community standards. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting a whole arsenal of things right now. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to be subtle, and I'm trying to not get kicked out. And I'm trying to like give it some time. My first one went crazy, and I actually started getting a whole bunch of friends and stuff like that. And I thought it was going to be neat because I thought there was a whole bunch of other conservatives on there. I don't even know. I think they Trojan horse with conservative profiles too to catch other conservative profiles. They're almost like Trojan horse in their own site to try to get you to try to weed out MAGA supporters on their own platform. I don't know, man. That's crazy. Let's see if we can transition into the building here. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's what I thought. I was a Republican until 2020. Middle left wing. Yeah, dude. I mean, they're still eating everybody too. And you'll see that on the site as well. Because I don't think all of the people over there on the left are stupid. So some of them actually have some brains and they actually ask really good questions and they get attacked from their other peers for asking a pretty rational question, you know? It's almost like same thing of like, you know, like how many Trump supporters do you know that own a Tesla? So all these people's Teslas that are getting keyed are from their own people. So they just like to attack themselves. And I think that's crazy. You can see them eating themselves over there. Anybody that asks a valid question gets put down. It's crazy. And definitely, man, I don't even know. I'm not a Republican. They were in office during 9/11. And 9/11 is probably one of the worst red flag conspiracies ever put against American people. And who was in charge? Was it Bush? Yeah. So they're in on it too. You know? I don't know. I'm still for the total anarchy thing. I'll be right back. I gotta run something up. Yep. So yeah, man. The fun thing is that everyone thinks since I'm black and I'm a Democrat, people have said so many horrible things. It's to the point where I'm considering getting a 360 and letting people talk and expose themselves for real. And I think, yeah, dude. Gosh, I'm sorry for you, man. You know, that whole side too is like, oh, you poor black person. Are you not smart enough to get an ID or vote? Oh, he's so dumb that he lets the MAGA people manipulate him. Oh, this poor guy. I would get a 360 and start a channel. I think, you know, like the conservative twins, Jesse Lee Peterson. I think Jesse Lee Peterson's a little bit too far for me, but like conservative twins, I don't know, man. I think they have good channels where they do that. They call out the like people, you know, because I don't know that they'd be on the same lines. Like, let me dress up like one of them, like an LG. Jesus Christ, can't even talk around here. What the fuck is over here, dude? Weird fucking people walking through here. It's fucking shut down. It's locked up. Yeah, man, it'd be like, I think it's a good way to call them out because everybody comes over and they assume that you're one of them. It'd be like me dressing up in like an LGBT, like putting a colored wig on and going out and just having everybody just like be themselves, be natural. Talk about lynching and mobbing innocent people, you know, who have done nothing, by calling them rapists and murderers and stuff like that just because they don't like abortion. You know? It's crazy. Yeah, I think you could have a great channel, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to go over and check out, see if you've done any work now. I don't think I can at this minute, but I'll screenshot you. Make you a moderator. There you go. We'll give you the power. I myself am eating a chicken biscuit. Man, that's my weak point, man. Them chicken biscuits in the morning be slamming. Tell you, Corinthian Daniels, Corinthians. I don't know. I'm surprised like they didn't even know what a Corinthians in is. to hear them talk about Jesus, it's this weird. They're like, yeah. Like, what was the post? It was like, if Fox News was back in the day or something like that, they said something about like Christian or I don't know, misogynist, fucking whatever, kills an innocent liberal, talking about themselves being Jesus and talking about MAGA people being Pontius Pilate and killing them. It's like, you guys don't even know the story. But sure, you know. Yeah, I think you should start a channel. I think you should start like, you should definitely do that. And I think those videos would be popular. And pointing out, I don't know, man. You can get people to do all kinds of stuff. Like there's no form of racism bigger than somebody thinking that you're too weak to have your own thoughts and opinions. And I'm sure people come up and like, oh, you okay? You know? It's just so weird. It's so weird. And you know what they're doing? It's like they call us all colonizers and stuff like that, but what they do is they colonize empathy. They've colonized empathy for the black people. Because they think black people aren't smart enough to have their own empathy. Or to get your own voter IDs. Or to even become anything in society, you know? Which is not true. And weird. Like I said, I think that's the form of race. Comes from the woke left. Yeah, that's what I'd say. Like it is what they want to hear. I don't know, man. It's like, no, it's actually, no, I think I said it on the head, dude. I don't think they like hearing what they do like hearing themselves talk. That is true. But they actually believe that you're not smart enough to have your own empathy or to make your own decisions or to get an ID, or it's just weird, man. It's so weird. It's like, you ever seen the college students? They put on a affirmative action bake sale. Biscuits for white people, $2. Asian people, $1.50. Some Indian people, $1.25. Black people only have to pay 50 cents. Everybody's like, why? Well, we just assume that you're underprivileged and you just can't handle it. You just need a. People don't like that, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people are just getting charity for no reason, like openly, because you're inferior, makes you look inferior. Nobody likes it. No, I don't know. I don't think that they're purposely doing it, man. I think that they believe that they're doing good. I don't believe that they think that they're racist when they're doing it. They like look past it. They look past the violation that they're doing, and they're patting themselves on the back, saying that they're a hero for providing this service for you guys, because they think you're too dumb to do it yourselves, you know? I believe that they're, man, it's such a weird thing. It's like this weird Stockholm Munchausen syndrome, where they have fallen in love with their captor, and now they're just going to pretend to be sick for empathy. People love that. Aw, are you okay? Aw, are you a victim? Oh, victimhood, victim bonding. I understand your black struggles. I'm gay. You know, that's my last bite. I'm sorry. I'm talking and eating with my mouth full like a filthy animal. I'm just being real though. Hungry. Yeah, man. Video stuff. Called, you know, woke. Even now, dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Lumped you guys right into it. Yeah, man. Yeah, you guys didn't ask for that. I would have been mad. I'd have been like, take that out, dude. I'd have been mad about it. Like, don't lump me in there, dude. Yeah, I don't know how you guys did that, man. I think as a community, I would have been. I feel like you guys should have had some kind of like backlash over that and made them take it back. I can't believe that. I can't believe that it didn't happen. It was that social conditioning. You see what they did to rap music, right? Now, I'm not a gangster rap fan, even though it's my favorite form of rap. I love 1992, 1993, The Chronic, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Doggy Style. But to be honest, that kind of music was probably detrimental to people because little kids look up to it and they mimic it and they act like that, and that wasn't really good. But I think that whole thing, I think it started turning when they all started drinking that scissor up. Because I don't know, man, I was back in the day and we were like, I don't know, I always did white boy drugs, and I always hung out with I had a lot of black friends because I'm from the South, in the poor side of town. And black people don't mess with pills, they don't mess with acid, they don't mess with that white boy drugs, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, you started seeing all these rap stars drinking that scissor up, you know, codeine and whatever. And yeah, man, you know, that was weird. And then we had Little Nas X coming out doing gay videos in prison while having people hold his pockets. You know what I'm saying? You call a black person a yard sissy and tell them to hold your pocket, you know, back in the day, and you'd got your ass beat. And now it's like, okay, sure. You know? I think that's social conditioning. That's a weird form of social conditioning, I think, man. And whatever P. Diddy and, you know, I don't know what all he did, man. We'll never even know, man. That whole Diddy thing is crazy, dude. Yeah, man. I'd definitely like to see those interactions, man. And just thank you for being a real person and like not letting everybody getting down, you know. If people start calling you, I'm not going to say like quote Shrek here though, you know. People keep calling you an ogre over and over and over and over again for a long time. Some people become the ogre, you know. just because everybody tells them that they're one. And I think that's what happens with a lot of this, you know, because you can either say, yeah, that's right, and get all the aww, and that feels good. And having people like, you know, give you a crutch, make you weaker, but it's instant gratification. So people like it. But thank you for not taking that. Thank you for not taking that instant gratification, because life has two different hards. You can either take the easy road now and have everybody do everything for you, and it won't feel good, and you'll feel empty. Or you can put the hard work in now and have the struggle be the blessing. Do all your work for the glory of God, and on your last breath, feel good about yourself. I didn't worship myself the whole time. I gave everything I got, made people happy, loved God, tried to love his people like he would, lived in sin, but wasn't proud of it, and repented. Yeah, man. So thank you, man. Thank you, Corinthians Daniels. Being a standard model of the community, man. Pillar, if you will. I hope you have a blessed life, man. Yeah, man. That's cool. I actually want to go check out your channel. It won't let me do that from here. I feel like I need to go look at the, go get on my PC and check it out. I got to screenshot this because it won't let me see it when I get back out of here. But yeah, man, I got some work to go do. I'm going to go like and subscribe to your channel. I'm going to go comment on one of your videos if you have one. And if you don't, you should. I think your idea is great. And I think all the channels that I see where people do that is usually pretty good. Because right now, you got that free pass. You can kind of say anything. Like as a white person, especially a white man, I couldn't say any of those things, man. When you come out and you say certain things, you'll get away with it. And it's nice to have somebody to be able to say it on a platform where I couldn't be able to say it. And you'll be able to get things out there and say them differently. Yeah, that's why I like watching like the Conservative Twins. It's one of my favorite channels. Like I said, Jesse Lee Peterson is really good, but man, he is kind of a button pusher though. You know what I'm saying? Not that he's wrong, but man, he's trying to like rub their nose in it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a little against that, dude, because I feel like these people have been brainwashed, and you know, they've been brainwashed. It's not their fault. And I don't want to treat these people like dog do, even though that's what they do on us. They spit on us and everything else. I mean, what did Jesus do when he was being beaten, whipped? You know, it says forgive them for they don't know what they do. That's hard to love your enemy, man. It's super hard, bro. I can't, I say it right now like I'm in a good mood or something, but usually I'm kind of furious about this, and it gets my blood boiling and one of my veins kind of sticking out. And of course that makes me sin in my thoughts, and then I start feeling bad. Something I can't control very well. So anyway, man, love you, man. Thanks for hanging out with me, man, and having a good talk this morning. I'm gonna go check your channel out. I'm gonna keep start doing some shorts or something like that. You know, the short forms. They will stop doubling down. Everything will crumble, and it's sort of doing it now. You know, how do you stop them and break them out of the cult? They have to see that the cult has led them wrong. You know what I'm saying? Some of them will probably just double down to the end of it, but they're going to get to the last of their string, and they're just going to keep on doubling down, and it's just going to look wrong. I mean, you can't sit there and keep on going, you know, snow is black. and believing that snow is black when actually snow is white, kind of a weird analogy with using a black and white thing, but you know what I meant, somebody arguing with you that, water isn't wet, and you're like, yes, it is, you know, it's just something that they're doubling down because it looks bad to change your mind after 4, 5, 6, 12 years of being on this team. You don't want to switch the team. You look like a hypocrite. You're going to look like a dummy. So nobody wants to admit, hey, I've been bamboozled and I've been stupid. Nobody wants to say that. But there's going to be this point where most of them are going to have to go, hey, something's not right, Anyway, man, that's pretty emotional for me, man, because I feel for these people. I also dislike them with a passion, but I do feel like they're going to need a hand up, and I don't want to do what they do where I just rub their nose and poop, because they're going to be left over, and what do we do with them? You just have this another group of people that just hate you, and they still hate you, or I don't know. I get you though, man. I get you. How do you save a drowning person that just wants to take you under? Sometimes you just got to let them go and drown. And I guess you got to do that, but I mean, show them. I don't know. That's a tough one, buddy. I don't know how you lead them out. But I'd imagine some of them want out. I imagine like some of them are only in it because they just can't get it out. It's like being in a gang. You got beat in, now you're in the gang. And you know how gangs are. They don't want you to leave. We've invested time into you, and we need you to spread our message and watch the corner and push our drugs. And you're valuable to us as a piece of meat. Yeah. That being said, you can see that they start eating their own kind, because once, like, I don't know, like even their news anchors like Don Lemon, I don't know, all the people that they put up on a pedestal, and when the pedestal isn't influential enough, they toss you to the side. They got rid of Don Lemon, they got rid of that other guy too, what's his name, Brian Seltzer. All of the Democratic spokespeople have been chewed up and pushed out. Their open ideas and open double standards can't hold up. That's why they start arguing with themselves, because with no standards, everybody's right and everybody's wrong all at the same time. And they thought that was going to be a really cool idea, but yeah, it wasn't. It's backfiring now. That's why they're burning their own cars. Yeah, man. Yeah, Don Lemon, dude. That guy is crazy, man. What? Glad you know who he is, man. So I feel like some people talk like who's Don? Like, so we don't watch all that stuff. I try to watch a lot of their stuff so I can understand both sides. So unfortunately, I'll watch Don Lemon. I'll watch the Brian Seltzers. I'll go over on Bluesky and make an account. I want to hear what they say. I want to hear their echo chambers and see how crazy things are. And with that being said, man, I'm not I'm anti-Republican, anti-Democrat. I hate them all. Don't like them all. I do love my country. I love my God. God says, put your trust in no man. All right, Corinthians. I like the name. I like your vibe. I like your style. Thanks for being your own man. Not letting anybody tell you what you are or what you're not, I hope God gives you great blessings. I pray for you. I don't know what your situation is, but I pray for your family. I pray for your future of your family, and of your faith, my man. So, love goes out to you, bro. Thanks for being real. I'm gonna go, I gotta go back to work. Plus, I gotta take a shit because I just ate a chicken biscuit, man. So, being real with you, I got to go. But I'm gonna go like and subscribe on your channel, man. I really hope that you do that. I don't think you need a 360 camera or anything. I think you could just like, man, you could just, yeah, because you're in people's face with a camera and stuff like that. A 360 smaller, you can almost get like a candid shot. But you could just quack like them and get them to say dumb shit. That's misleading, and that's not being your own man. That's being the misleader, but that's also fun content to watch. I'm getting it for my motorcycle when I get it. Nice, dude. Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, man. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Yeah, man. I like motorcycles too, man, and I like watching those videos, man. Anyway, I'm gonna go over and watch your channel, or at least like it, and I'll comment on something if you have something. If not, do a couple like short videos or something like that, just to start it off. Maybe get the channel name. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna talking anyway. All right. XR150L, baby. All right. You got the moderator tag on. I just gave you moderator privileges. It's like, I didn't want this. Yeah. All right, my man. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. I'll just be talking about myself. Thanks.